It's not so much a question of is it worth it as much as it is a question of who is it for. And my answer to who is it for is I don't know. If you're like an enthusiast Xbox gamer and you want to be playing the newest titles, this is not for you because it can't run the newest titles. So in that instance, it would be worth paying the extra to get the more powerful X. And then on the flip side, if you're just getting a machine to play indie games, Hollow Knight, Hades, that kind of thing, then you could pay 250 quid and get a Steam Deck, like the most baseline Steam Deck, and you could have the exact same experience of running all of these indie games really well and also not being able to play the new games. Even if you go at the same price, you can get the best Steam Deck and you get an OLED screen, you get twice the storage, it runs at 800p instead of 1080, but with this, I've been running so much stuff at 720p anyway, because it's not been able to hack anything higher, so that's not even really a benefit over it. So it just seems like at every price point, it's just beaten by something else, whether that is the Steam Deck or the more powerful Ally X. If you've already got a previous Ally, unless you really, really, really want the Xbox button, there is zero reason to upgrade to this, if you can even really call it an upgrade. Another thing I think as well is that the Steam Deck has like iFixit support, so if you're using it all the time and parts break and they wear down and stuff like that, you can get replacement parts and fix it yourself. With this, there's no support for that, so if it breaks, I guess you send it back to Xbox and they have to do it, and no one wants to do that. I don't know, it's just baffling to me because I was genuinely quite excited for this as the Game Pass machine and as something that I could use day to day, like when I'm doing reviews and stuff and I'm not always on my PC, and it's just baffling that all the negatives I've said about it, it could have been worth it, but that Game Pass change completely changes everything. That extra cost is so much for something that people were already complaining is a bit pricey, and adding all of that on top, it doesn't feel like something I can really recommend to anyone when it's not cheap enough to be worthwhile like the Steam Deck, and it's not powerful enough to be worthwhile like the Ally X. So who is it for? I don't know, is the simple answer really. So is it worth it? No, I wouldn't say so, which is a shame. Like, I was really excited for it. I don't think it's a bad console by any means. I just don't think that there's much point in buying it over the other things. So coming out of the other side of playing this for 2 weeks, my biggest takeaway was how good value the Steam Deck is. And if you're launching a handheld console to compete with the Steam Deck, and the takeaway from people playing it is, wow, the Steam Deck is really good, that's not really what you want. If you've pre-ordered it and you get it and you love Xbox, you are going to enjoy it. It's not a complete waste of money or anything. It's not a terrible console, but I just think that it is a little bit disappointing, which, you know, you could probably get better value for money.